Morning, guys. Not every place in the campus is about lectures, labs. Some places are about reflection, rediscovery. Today, we are in such a place called Seema Center. Here, a person, the principal
Founder.
and founder, and she's all the main aspects of this Seema Center. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Ma'am, how your journey started in Seema Center?
My journey started really with Professor Chopra and Professor Sanyal, the ex-directors at that time. They had come to the West to talk to the alumni and get their support. I hosted them in Toronto and I talked to them about setting up something in India. I wanted to go to Bolangir because I was reading a lot about Bolangir when I was in Canada. But then Professor Sanyal explained to me and encouraged me to come to IIT Kharagpur. He said, we give you land over there. I thought, well, coming to IIT Kharagpur would establish my credibility right away. So I might as well come here. And that is how I came here. And then Professor Chopra decided to give me a 15-acre land. And I said, I won't be able to manage that. So give me this. He gave me this 6-acre land to start what I wanted to do. Actually, the initial plan was to start something in which we will be able to. Then he gave us this 6-acre land, and the first thing we did was to plant 2,500 trees here. All the trees you see over here have been planted by us. There is mahogany, there is teak, there are cashews. Then we have fruit trees, we have jackfruit, we have mango, we have lychees, we have all kinds of fruits here. And the idea was that we will sell these and make some money. And initially, as I was pointing out, we wanted to set up a training center. So to train the youth so that they would become employable. Now, for that, I tried going to the village across. I tried to entice them by giving them football boots and getting their club and helping their club, but nobody was interested. I tried it for 6 months, and then I decided that maybe we should have our own school where we can encourage the children, where we can teach the children that there is something beyond just eating and and also and then we started the boarding school.
When it started, get started.
Sorry?
When it get all started?
This all started in about 93.
93.
So 93 we started, and we started a school where only the children came during the day. It was a day school. But then we realized that it was impossible to do any justice as far as education is concerned because they went home and then it was all undone. That's why we iterated between having a boarding school, keeping them here for a few days, letting them go home for a few days, but it didn't work. Finally, we decided that we should have a absolutely fully residential school.
It's been more than 30 years.
Yes, yes.
So what do you see when you started it at 93 and now? What are the changes or what are the good side which has been done over the past 30 years?
There is a huge change in the society anyway without our effort in it. But our putting in the effort is bringing children from the rural areas and giving them a safe, loving, caring environment away from the rural vagaries of the villages where there is stealing, there is gambling, there is alcoholism, there is wife beating. They are away from all that. Gutta, but here they are away from all that. And they are studying in the mainstream education. As the society is changing also, the financial condition in the villages has changed a lot from 50 years back, where the children were not even well fed. But now we are able to do all that with here. We are able to give them the discipline, they get the food on time, they get nutrition. Then we have, as you know, we have all kinds of facilities as far as modern technology is concerned. In fact, we are also planning to introduce online learning facilities. So all our rooms will be equipped with screens and cameras, and people from all over the world will teach our kids. And what I should say, what we have seen as a change is that the parents were always interested in sending their kids, but now more so because we earned a name in the rural area. And of course, this may seem a bit a bit ridiculous, but that's how it is. It's a gender differential here that the girls that go from here are in great demand for marriage because the general opinion is that they are educated, they are talented, they learn sewing, they learn dancing, they learn singing, and they know how to present themselves. That is an added feature for the girls. As far as the boys are concerned, each and every one that has studied here even for 3-4 years is gainfully employed. Either they're doing entrepreneurial work or they have jobs. That is a great change that we saw because, as you know, our country has huge unemployment problems.
Yeah.
That is a great achievement, I feel that we have succeeded. And also that the children who go out of here are very disciplined. You see, because for 14, 15 years, when you live in a disciplined environment, you get programmed. To deprogram that would take another 12 years at least. That's why these are children who are programmed. And another thing is that we have great emphasis on time. We are very particular about time because in our country, I think we believe in Punarjan. Next life, if we can't achieve it in this life, we will achieve it in the next life. In order to crack, the idea is that whatever you have to do it in this life. Whatever will come in the next life will come. You do it now, but you have to be careful about time. I keep pointing out to the children, we keep pointing out to the children the value of time. Time management is extremely important. Of course, nowadays you are hearing about emotional management. For high-fi places like IIT, it becomes emotional management. But for our children, it's more time management. That is what we emphasize.
So, ma'am, apart from education and studies, what are the skills the SEMA Center is giving to the children?
Okay, one of them, as I said, is discipline.
Discipline.
Another thing is good food, good nutrition. Like they get milk every day, they get their needs every day, they get non-vegetarian food, clean, on time. That again becomes, the body starts asking for food at the right time. And you see, what was the question? I lost track of it.
The skills. What are the skills?
Skills. Okay, now one is the discipline, and then they are going in the mainstream. So they are studying whatever other people are studying also, and they are learning to live with each other in a congenial atmosphere. So they are learning, like they went for football matches, and one group got a fair play prize. Now, I was very excited about that because I think it's extremely important to learn how to play in a group, how to work in a group, which they learn here. And also because they live here, their companionship is there and the camaraderie is there.
Yeah.
So that works very well for them. It's not like they are not competing against each other, they are working together because they live here. So they are the same class goes to sleep at the time, at a particular time, they go to eat at a particular time. Emphasis is that the discipline is getting built and also working together.
Ma'am, what changes might you take further in future for the SEMA Center to grow?
I would like to do more construction. I would like to have more children. I have lots of land. If I can have more buildings, and if I can have more children, and if I can have more, not more, but if I can have more qualified staff, which of course we might be able to combat because of the online learning. Basically, what I would like to do is increase the capacity of the school so that we can help more children and we can have more boys and girls here. And by the way, we have 50% boys and 50% girls.
That's good, ma'am. And what else you expect from the children, ma'am, after getting passed out from the schools?
I'm hoping that they will carry the spirit of giving to the society. We do a lot of emphasis on that. Because what I feel is that these children are going to be the seeds of wherever they grow. And they will be able to sow the seeds of helping others also. Because they are seeing over here how they live with each other, how they help each other. What I'm hoping is when they go into the society, they will be able to impart discipline. They will be able to teach the people as to how it is possible to live life without the vagaries of the village. That is extremely important, I think, for rural development, which cannot possibly be done without putting children in a safe and in a disciplined, enclosed environment.
Ma'am, was your dream over here to start the SEMA Center or like that? Or
Yes.
else you want to do something else in your life?
No, I always always wanted to help the underprivileged. When I was a 2-year-old, my mother got me, not I think 3 or 4. My mother got me a birthday dress. She got me birthday shoes. We used to live in Assam, and there was a single man whose daughter was there, little one, perhaps as old as me. I went and gave my clothes and my shoes to her. When the time came, my mother looking for my dress, she looking for my shoes. She said, "What happened?" I gave it to Minnie because she needs it more than me. I guess it was in my system to help. Always wanted to help. My servants, my maid, whoever I interacted with. Even in IIT when I was here, I used to have ice cream. My whole staff used to have ice cream. That desire to help was always there. And after going to the West, it made a huge difference. Because then I saw life was so different, very, very different. And what bothered me is why can't we have the same lifestyle in India? And I realized that to create that lifestyle, there is a lot of work to be done socially. And that is what encouraged me to come back. And I always wanted to come back. To come back and set up an institution through which I could do what I really wanted to do was to help the underprivileged, to uplift the underprivileged. Because it always bothered me when I looked at people in the West. The, the poorest of poor were getting proper education, free education, they were traveling in cars. Their lifestyle was very different as compared to ours. And that is what encouraged me to come, but I always wanted to do it. Yeah, it was always my dream.
To work with this
Underprivileged.
underprivileged. Ma'am, what are the differences in the lifestyle you saw in India and in West?
As I mentioned a few of them, that they're very disciplined. The timing is very important to them, and there is the differential between the people is not as large as it is over here, which of course I can't do anything about. But I could bring in the discipline, and I could bridge the gap as far as education was concerned between the underprivileged and the privileged. Of course, there's still a huge gap, but as much as I can do, I want to do.
And one, if you have to say one disadvantage of Western lifestyle to the Indian,
Oh, there are huge, huge, huge. And the most important one is the family structure.
and
The family structure is zero there. The entire social fabric is scattered and torn, unlike India, where even a poor person in the village, if the neighbor has gone and made some money during the day, but is drunk and lying down, they will feed the kids. They don't have enough food for themselves, but they will feed the neighbor's kid. So that feeding for each other is way more here. It's way more over here than it is over there. There it is me, myself, and I. In fact, to the extent that they don't even care about the family. So that whole fabric is destroyed. They're facing the consequences, and we are going to face that too. After a few years, if we don't behave ourselves over here, we are going to face the same issues. Their social fabric is completely gone, and it is a very materialistic society. Very materialistic. I think we need to strike a balance between the materialistic lifestyle, the social lifestyle, then religious wise. It's our religion, I think, that strikes a certain amount of balance between the have-nots and the haves, and that's not there. Their religion is completely gone. Earlier, it used to be the church. People used to go there. The social life used to be going to the church. All that is back. And then the introduction of drugs. That is huge. And now in places like in Canada where I live, it's become legal. So marijuana is legal, which has created chaos because now everybody is free to have as much as they want to. While about 30 years ago, they were catching hold of anybody even if they took the name of marijuana. What I'm saying is that those are the differences that which we can be proud of. And I don't know where the society is going really. I think it's going to get worse before it gets any better. But we can control it. The advantage of the Indian society is to look at the West, see what didn't go right there, and make the changes here or adapt accordingly.
basically, ma'am, you're trying to learn from the Western lifestyle, from the
What
youth.
should not be and what should be too.
Ma'am, according to you, what is more dangerous, alcoholism or marijuana? Both are not good. Both are bad. But which is the worst?
I got someone technical who have to tell you that. But superficially, I would say both are bad, Both are bad, but perhaps alcohol is worse. You see, because in our country, in the tribal areas, when a child is born, they give a little bit of that hanya, whatever they call it, right? They put a little bit of that in the mouth of the kid. It's an acceptable thing. Yeah, it's part of their culture. Now, what that does is you go to the village and everybody's drunk in the evening. As far as alcohol is concerned, I think that is worse here. We've had marijuana for a long time. It has been there for ages, ages. So for them, having marijuana is something new, and they're abusing it, and they're mixing chemicals in it. So there, I think there's a better control on alcoholism than the effect of alcoholism is perhaps less than drugs, but I'm no expert. So please don't quote me on that. Yeah. I'm just giving it from the top of my head.
What to expect from IIT and from the staffs or the students?
I don't know whether I expect it or not, but I would like them to interact with these kids. Because these are kids who, when you go to the village, they come and touch your car and start making designs on it, but then you shoo them away. Yeah. So then go away, go away, go away. They have that feeling, understanding of not understanding, but an inferiority complex. When people from IIT come to visit them or visitors come from other places, it makes them feel important. It makes them feel that they are worth being noticed. That is very important that IIT people come. VG Song comes, NSS people come, the other children from PhD programs come. They, for birthdays and for special occasions, they used to feed them, now they give them sweets and some salty stuff also. So they're mixing with them, and also if IIT would allow us to use their fields, because my field is very small, and my children, I can get them to become very competent footballers in cricket, in volleyball. So volleyball I can handle, but cricket and football I can't handle anymore. If we could get that facility in IIT, if we could somehow sometimes take them around, show them that halls have different music programs. They have so if those orchestras could come, what I'm saying is if there could be more interaction between our children and between the IIT students, it would be better.
So basically, you're telling them that the barriers should be removed.
There really is no barrier. It's just a question of encouraging and promoting activities. And if the IIT authority or the Gymkhana, if one of their people could guide our children to play football, to play cricket, we could really produce national people, players at the national level. Because these kids are not afraid of falling. You see, middle class kids are very scared that if they're going to run very far, they're going to fall down and then they'll be an issue. These guys, you should see them playing football.
Yeah, I saw them right
It's
now.
incredible. Rain, mud.
Some of them have got really good football.
Very, very good. They are very good. But my problem is to promote them. Rather than wearing shoes, then playing with their actual football, they need a better field. IIT feels live free. If we could be allowed to use that. So if we could be allowed to use their at least outside facilities. I'm not expecting indoor facilities at all. But outdoor facilities, if they could be allowed to use. And if they could be invited to some of the programs where they could perform, I remember once VG Song invited our kids to do a dance. That made them feel very important and very good. It's that interaction which gives them which sort of improves their self-image and makes them feel better about themselves, which is very important.
Ma'am, on a personal level, what does the Seema Center mean to you?
It means a lot. It means my life back. I have given up so much. I gave up my family here in Canada. My daughter first came to Bombay. I gave up that. I gave up a very comfortable lifestyle, a very big home, my meeting people that I lived with, that I was. So it is, for me, Seema Center is everything. I could give up my life for it. If tomorrow somebody came and told me, it's a binary decision, either you have Seema Center, otherwise, I would give my life for it. And the reason is, and also I've given 30 years of my life up till now. Most of the time I'm here. I've never traveled anywhere. I haven't been anywhere. I don't socialize, no parties, nothing. I'm beginning to do that now because I'm feeling the end is near. I might as well do a little bit. And more because it pleases my people that I'm living life. They think my life is all finished. But for me,
But as you can see, this is a 70 years young lady still chasing her
80,
dreams.
80,
80,
80.
80 years young lady still chasing her dreams, and she has nothing got to back up down. Thank you, ma'am, for a wonderful interview. And the kids were really jolly and they were really playful. And moreover, that they were awesome. They were too good in all aspects: the discipline, the classroom, the playground, even the dining hall. They were sitting and having lunch together, and that was wow, really.
Thank you so much for taking the trouble. And I'm very shy about publicity. So I haven't done any publicity until now. But thanks to you guys for coming over and doing this. Because it will be nice to reach out to people.
That's a main event. More and more people in the IT. That will be good for
And
the
even in
kids.
IIT, people don't know. So outside the festival,